Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today we'll be discussing how to get AdGuard on the Proxmox virtual environment using the Proxmox Helper Scripts. So I currently have AdGuard open. I'll just give you a quick 30-second rundown. Essentially, I downloaded and installed AdGuard on my Proxmox virtual environment. You can see I'm running virtual environment version 9.1.9. And in Proxmox, I'm assuming you know a little bit if you're using Proxmox. So in Proxmox in Data Center, in Proxmox, in the Proxmox shell is where we would go to set up AdGuard. And what is AdGuard? What's the whole point of AdGuard? Here we have the Proxmox Helper Scripts. I'll put it in the description as well. And go to AdGuard. You can actually get this from their website as well. But AdGuard as a LXC, which just means a Linux container. AdGuard is an open source self-hosted network-wide ad blocker. It blocks ads on your network. That's the whole point of AdGuard. If you don't want the annoying ads, look, CNN, you want to see all these ads, want to see ads as you're scrolling through, we want to remove all those. Maybe you're looking at a recipe website and you want it to be a router-based application that blocks ads on your entire network. We can make that happen now, which is what we're going to do. I disabled my current AdGuard that I already have up and running. And we'll make a new LXC and I'll teach you how to set it up and everything. And I'll teach you how to set up in your router, which a lot of guides don't show that. So let's get to it. So Proxmox Helper Scripts, you can even Google the website, search AdGuard. It's AdGuard Home. What we are going to do is run the command below in the Proxmox VE shell. And you can see it says the Proxmox shell. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. And you can see Proxmox, I'm in the Proxmox shell. Then we'll go ahead with the install. And it has like a little UI. I did the default install. And I've done this a couple of times. When I do all this, I'll do it like 10 times and just kind of play with it and just see what I like. So you can see it went ahead and made its own a new container, and it's most likely going to call it AdGuard. And then in the router, I'm actually going to log into my router right now just to show everyone. And the IP address we see here is something we are going to want to save. So I would just maybe drop that in Notepad really fast. I have a notepad in my screen above, so I'm going to just put AdGuard and I put the address. And here it is. This is how we will access AdGuard. So I'm going to go to it. I'm actually going to put this in my notepad. And then what I do is I'll make a bookmark homepage and I'll have it here. Just to bookmark everything. So I'm going to go to the link. I'm going to get started. Listen. I'm going to do it on all interfaces. That's just letting us know where it's available. I wouldn't mess with the 127. That's a loopback address. So this is going to be our primary address. Yeah, I just leave it as default. So I'll do miles test. These are the router level controls. So everyone's router is going to be different. You basically want to read the instructions. It's actually very simple, but you want to find DHCP and DNS settings inside your router. So inside my router, when I go to network, I see DHCP server, and that's where I can add my Proxmox, or my AdGuard IP address. We can see. So here, enter your AdGuard home server address there. I'm going to save it. Next, open the dashboard. Go miles test, password I selected. We can see AdGuard is up and running. Out of me just refreshing some of the pages and see if we're removing ads. So I can see there was an ad up here before. So just setting up our AdGuard. I'm here in the dashboard. I'll show you what my dashboard looks like for my current one. So you can see DNS queries blocked by filters. And in settings and general settings, I leave the block domains. I leave that 24 hours. Enable log is fine. Query log rotation is fine. I mean, I don't mind if this is 24 hours or 90 days. It doesn't really matter to me. In Proxmox, we just gave it the normal disk size, which is 2 gigabytes. One core is allotted to it, and then just uses 512 megabytes of RAM. So you can see my boot disk is almost full. I'm pretty sure that's with the query logs. That's why, like, instead of 90 days, I've just been kind of teeter-tottering between 24 and 7 days, and that seems to, I guess, lessen what in the boot disk. So I leave these settings as normal. I'm just gonna move it to 24 hour. Additional settings are DNS settings. So this is fine, but I would just do some research. One thing I like to do is I'll do a control all, get all the data here, toss it into ChatGPT or Gemini or Cloud and say, can you help me fix up my settings? And then that'll give you some great resources to helping you make a good decision. So I'm going to just put what I have with what I did. I put Cloudflare, and they give you a list of well-known providers that you could essentially use. I'm just not using them. I just kind of follow the advice of Cloud and ChatGPT. Load balancing, I haven't set on. In the Bootstrap DNS servers, these are the ones that were already here, so I left them as default. I use private reverse DNS resolvers. I don't mess with this default setting. Another default setting. Upstream timeout, I leave it at 10, and then you can test your upstreams. You can see everything's working correctly, so I'm going to apply it. Rate limit, I moved my rate limit to 0. And then my subnets is /24 network, subnet prefix length on the IPv6. I don't mess with this, but it's 56 as the default. I would actually remove this. So ChatGPT asked me or advised me to remove enable DNSSEC. Instead of default, I use NX domain. Block responses, TTL means time to live. I just leave it at 10. Enable cache. So this, I would make a little bit bigger. 671.0.8864 is what I have. Override minimum TTL, I put it at 300. Then my override maximum TTL, I put it at 86,400. Optimistic caching, yes. Then unless you have any specific clients you want allowed, you can do that, but I don't. So I'm going to save the configuration. Any encryption settings, just the ports. I wouldn't mess with it. If you know HTTPS Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure is 443, no need to mess with any of that. This is fine. Client settings, we're fine here. I just leave the default settings. Okay. Then our filters, our block list is actually quite important. So AdGuard DNS filter, I'm going to check this box as well. And then they have a block list, so you can add your own if you want, but I'm just going to choose from the list. So the ones I have checked off are the AdGuard DNS. Another popular one is going to be Dandelion and security. So Dandelion Sprout's anti-malware list. I pick that one. General, there's another one. OISD. And these are ones I got just from reading on GitHub. And then same thing, I went in here, choose from list. I grabbed, well, actually I screenshotted each one into ChatGPT just to see what it recommended. You don't want to add too many, because what can happen is you can just really, one, slow down your network, and two, maybe the lists are going to interfere with one another. So we want to keep it as limited, but as like to me, in my mind, I want to be efficient in blocking ads, but also limited as well. No allow lists, no DNS rewrites, any block services. This is actually a really cool feature. Maybe you got kids at home, or just as a precaution, you could block all ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Manus. Maybe kids are at home during the day doing schoolwork, and then you can scroll down. You can even do a schedule. You can literally create a schedule when you want certain websites blocked on your network. So I greatly appreciate that. Lists, the query log, and then the setup guide is actually in AdGuard. So if you didn't get it on that first page, you still have it. Essentially, you could set up on a computer, a MacBook, an Android, a phone, DNS privacy, get at the router level. You know, I have a home server. That's how my Proxmox is working. And I have AdGuard already hooked up. Let me go to CNN.com. No ads are popping up here. That's good. It's just a nice clean page. We can see a lot of these are potential ads, but they were blocked by AdGuard. So this is my current AdGuard. I just want to show you what it looks like. You can see the top clients blocked by filters. It always looks like 51% is kind of what it hangs at as what thing. This is the past 24 hours. A lot of the queries come, I guess whatever's coming through my network, a lot of it is 51% of blocked URLs by filters. You can see mask.apple-dns, clients3.google, YouTube. These are just my top query domains, and you can see the top blocks, PDS, IAD, Netflix. So yes, I love AdGuard. I think it's a great resource. Definitely a lot of people's entryway into Homelabbing. Definitely mine. It was a big motivator for me. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.